Hey, we're doing another one here, round three, and we are blessed to have
Yes,
you
we
today.
are. Oh, thank you.
We're having fun,
Yes, we are. Joking and laughing, making obscene
and
gestures at the camera with our hands.
while it's not recording,
Yes, completely.
just joking around.
Doing puppet figures.
Heidi, you had a couple of questions.
I did, actually. I thought, I've been wanting to see you for a while, probably a few years, and I actually could probably have had a notebook full or journal full of the questions I would have liked to ask you at some point. What about this? What about this? What are your thoughts on that? And I just being here today, I really don't have any questions. One for you personally, but it's kind of different. It's when is the last time that you felt a large amount of bliss, and how would you define bliss if you could?
I'm actually working on that because I know that it's within, but that's why I'm a constant serial detoxifier, because I'm detoxifying those structures in my unconscious
That makes sense.
that in the back of my mind, it's like you worry about money or you worry about your relationships,
Yep.
and it keeps you from being fully present, which would keep you from being fully blissful. So it's like attachments to things being a certain way, and then observing how all the time unconsciously how those could go a different way. And so it leaves you in a state of fear. So I think what I'm working on detoxing is subtle fears. Now, in the last couple months, I've really released a lot of fear and pain through the process of, like we talked about earlier, just going into it. And so some of the best times that I've had, what I consider bliss, is the silence that I get when I go to the desert. Yeah, because, you know, there's something about silence. I love the peace of God. And I carry the non-peace with me of a heavily thinking mind and those unconscious patterns.
Oh, yeah.
But I've found when I go to the desert and I lay on the red rocks, I can let go and let go. Like and the longer that I spend out there, the more of that bliss I think is different. It's actually like there are actually quantifiable energy fields, which you can quantify through muscle testing if you're into that kind of thing. And you can have them experientially, but, you know, it goes all the way down from guilt and shame and, you know, grief and, you know, anger and then pride, and then you get to the line of, you know, honesty and integrity, and then continue to expand up into, you know, intelligence or willingness, and then, you know, intellect, love, unconditional love, joy, bliss, and then peace. And each one you can actually relate it to the 7 chakras systems. You know, there was a lot of reference in the Bible and the Buddha teachings about the 7 wheels. And so this process of awakening that we're doing here with the detox corresponds to tonifying the different wheels, which are referred to sometimes as chakras. Or if you're more into the physiology, you can just reference them to the endocrine glands in the body. And so as we heal and tonify those glands, those wheels of light energy flow through us, then we can experience life. But everyone has different levels. Some people's, you know, their root chakra's out. They didn't have any parents. They were, you know, adopted out at 3 years old and passed around every 6 months to foster families because this person was so sad, and it's over here, over there. They have no grounding, no footing, no stabilization in any way, shape, or form. But that may have forced them to expand other areas more rapidly. And so we're just trying to really get balanced on every level. And for each individual person, it's going to be different. And so for me to reach bliss, I know that there's still more letting go to do, more faith to cultivate. I am content and I am clear.
That
And
must feel fabulous for you.
yeah, I've been through some stuff. I have come a long way, even real recently. I just, you don't dig it, that's your problem. You know what I mean? Like, I know myself.
I'm
And
excited for you about that. That's really cool.
just being at peace.
And that you know yourself.
Well, there was so much fear. What do they think of me? Do they like me? Well, if they don't like me, I realized very in a strong way, there's just parts of themselves they don't like. And I'm shining bright enough to reflect that to them. Like, I'm
Yeah.
willing to admit, I'm afraid. I get angry. You know, I need to learn how to communicate better. You know, it's like, I'll open the whole book. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. You know, I'm not ashamed to be human. Because that's the foundation of going beyond that into your divinity. Embracing your humanity. The humans, they spend lifetimes avoiding being human. And they don't embrace the human condition. They don't embrace the human adventure. It's, your soul knows that this is super heavy. You're carrying this body around with you. It's like heavy, you gotta feed it, it has to poop. It helps to wash the armpits of it every once in a while, you know. And your soul is used to just being anywhere in the universe that it wants to be in less than 1/10,000th of a second. Now you gotta like walk to the grocery store or drive there.
Clothed in our bodies.
So it's harder to embrace that aspect, you know, and the little soul child goes, what in the heck? This sucks. And you spend the rest of your life getting used to it, you know. We're all being called back into bliss. And
If somebody's never felt bliss before, or say they're somebody maybe that's not going into a spiritual area, how do you think you would be able to help them? Like, say somebody's just clicking on one of your videos for the first time ever, and they don't really know what bliss is or where to go or how to turn. How would you tell them to get started on their path to or of bliss? Like, how would you tell that person that may not know anything about it to start heading in that direction?
I would say to contemplate the word love.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, that was the book I was going to tell you about.
Yeah.
Jared Holsky's Teach Only Love. That's the book that I was saying. Came out a long time ago, but it's definitely worth reading.
Teach Only Love.
Yes, that's the title of it.
And the Beatles.
Yes, yeah,
Love is all you need.
yeah,
And it really is true. It'll solve all dilemmas instantaneously.
it does. It's the cure for everything.
That's why I do teach love. And that's why I continue to cultivate it in myself.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, more loving myself more by releasing a lot of fear and pain and allowing more love to come through.
Yeah, that too.
Because it's not like the love isn't there in everyone, because if it wasn't, they wouldn't be breathing. You know, there has to be some of that love light in there. It just may, some of us have it's more muffled over. There's more mud in the water.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't settled to the bottom yet because they keep stirring it up. It keeps getting stirred up. But the master sits until he becomes a still pool and all the debris settles to the bottom and he is clear.
I think that's what makes you a great teacher and leader, is that ability for mastership, if you will. I know that's not exactly a word, but with people of all demographics, because you can relate to everybody that way. As I was saying earlier, I think that's one of the reasons that I follow you. You're the only person I watch on YouTube, period. I don't watch videos, I don't watch news, I don't watch any other contextual thing. You're the only one. And so it's really neat that's you. So yeah, so I wish I would have more questions. Maybe throughout the day I'll have more, but for right now,
We'll go
that's
for a
it. So
walk,
I'm
get
just
some
happy.
oxygen on our heads and probably get some more questions come up.
Yeah, definitely. But it's great to be here, and I'm happy to meet you. And I'm happy you're in Arizona. Whoop, whoop. Yes, so go Cardinals. Hopefully if you're a football fan, I was a Broncos fan. No, I still am a Broncos fan, but I don't own up to it as much and wear my Broncos jersey after Peyton Manning's thing. So.
I was a Seattle Seahawks fan,
Oh.
and they won the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness sakes and gracious, we now have a dividing line between a C. This is unlove right here. Football makes unlove.
I didn't know the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl until the last 15 minutes of the game.
Okay.
And then I was like, no way. And then somebody
say.
turned it on somewhere, and I was like, Seattle Seahawks in the Super
They
Bowl? And all of a
can't-
sudden I was a fan again.
They had to read on Peyton Manning from the beginning. I don't know, but Life Regenerator likes football too, so that's good.
Well, I don't watch it that much, but the Seattle Seahawks, I believed in them so much for so long.
They're ran well. They're great. They're a great organization, and they have good heart.
You know more about football than I do.
I am a
obviously.
football queen.
Great organization.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, I like football. Yeah.
Well, I think we did a great job on this little video series here, and hopefully some stuff came through that was useful, beneficial.
I'm sure.
We woke up this morning and prayed that we would be able to convey that type of thing. So I'm sure that I can just let go of that, and all is well. And we appreciate you being here watching these videos and
Yes, we do.
learning and growing with us. And anyone can become a master, a still pool,
Still cool.
a
Amen.
still pool of clarity and contentment and peace and love and joy and bliss.
Yeah.
And we know it's in there because when we were kids, we would run around and scream, but then what happened? Don't do that! See what I mean? And they took that away from us. And now we're trying to get it back. We want to go out and scream and yell and joy and throw mud and get dirty and be kids again.
Life is short. Love yourself.
A master is only childlike.
Yeah.
There's no special skills. That they're just there, present, awake, open-hearted,
Yep.
ready
Levels.
to live, to be free without all the fetters.
That's the exciting part.
So let's go play and be childlike out in the Sedona desert. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Peace.